Horror is becoming scarier, and I think the reason for that is that it's actually becoming horrific. I recently watched Backrooms and Obsession. The reason why these films are working is because they're pulling away from traditional methods of just scaring a viewer to get a reaction and instead adding a little bit more depth to what's happening on screen. Don't get me wrong, both films do have their moments of jump scares, for example Obsession using a brick and Backrooms running either into or away from darkness, but both have much more horrific storylines. Obsession begins with an unfortunate circumstance for Bear, which then turns ideal but only for him, before it then seems to all go wrong. But what's horrific about watching this film is how Nikki is buried beneath this indestructible and unstoppable obsessor, and it isn't until Bear's story comes to an end where Nikki can then truly be seen by the audience as a witness to what tragically unfolded by her hands, while entirely out of her control. Backrooms horrifies you with the subtleties of exploring something which seems to be abandoned. I think Clark exploring with the lights on and taking the time to get a map of the area, bring in his co-workers to try and really scope out the area, lends it to be even more horrifying when we find out that he isn't actually alone down there. And I also think the aspect from the memories and how Clark is initially in his therapy told that he's very lonely. Once he's latched on to the Backrooms, it really takes over what he wants to do. And that obsession, in a way, is horrifying. Both of these films though are incredibly thought-provoking and have multitudes of layers to keep talking about. And I think that ultimately is what is keeping them very fresh. Because on the other hand, I recently watched Passenger, but I think that's a different video. But let me know, did you find these films horrific? Did you find them horrifying? Are they scary or are they just not for you?